Now we've talked a little bit about the female side of it. Now let's discuss the bull anatomy and just to provide an overview of that. Having an understanding of the bull anatomy is really important when we're thinking about reproductive soundness and discussing some of the problems and challenges or diseases that occur, or ultimately the breakdown of a bull where you may become sterile and unable to breed a cow for us. And so let's just get an overview of the bull and the anatomy. And so as you can see in the bulls, the external portion that everyone sees on the bull would be the testicles, two testicles, and you can see how they've descended outside of the body cavity and they hang down. And we'll talk about some of the reasons for that. You can see the epididymis. We've got the vas deferens, which is responsible for transport. We've got the retractor. We've got the penis, the glans penis there. The bull penis is what we call has a sigmoid flexure in it, and what happens during sexual activity, the retractor penis muscle relaxes and it straightens out that S that you see right there, which causes erection of the penis and allows for copulation there. You can see the bladder, and then we get into the seminal vesicles as well, the Cowper's gland, the prostate. Those are all important from the actual semen process in getting it ready, the sperm to be ejaculated and deposited into the female. And then also the rectum, and again, the rectum, just like in the cow, it's kind of our eyes to the internal portion, the anatomy of the bull on the inside. And so a veterinarian is able to palpate those glands to make sure there's not any swelling or infection or some problems with those glands in that bull during a breeding soundness exam. So let's talk about just the different parts of the male reproductive system. The testes, again, they're the primary organ of reproduction in the male, and they're similar to the ovary in the female. They produce the male gamete or sperm, and they also produce the male sex hormone, which is testosterone. When you castrate a male or remove the testicles, you're going to turn off that testosterone production, and of course sperm development or production will cease as well. Within those testes, we have the seminiferous tubules, which actually produce the sperm cells. In those, we have the Sertoli cells, which line the seminiferous tubules, and under the influence of FSH, they nurture that developing sperm. The Leydig cells sit across the blood-testes barrier from the Sertoli cells, and they really produce the testosterone. And under the influence of LH, or luteinizing hormone, they aid in the development of the sperm cells as well. Sometimes one of the problems we'll have in males, intact males, is they may be cryptorchid, and which means one or both the testes are retained inside the body cavity. So they did not descend prior to birth. They didn't descend outside that body cavity into the scrotum there. And the challenge when you have a cryptorchid is that because of the temperature of the sperm must be maintained below the temperature of the body, and if it's not, those sperm cells will die. Well, when those testes don't descend out of the body cavity, the temperature is the same temperature as the body, and so then we get infertility of the bull. Another challenge with those is if you're castrating males, trying to make steers out of them, when you have those testicles that hadn't descended down, you will still get some secondary sex characteristics. Then it won't necessarily be fertile, but you see some challenges with that. And so that can be something to think about, and we'll talk about that as we discuss processing calves later on in the semester. Just a graphic of kind of a diagram of the sperm and the Sertoli cells and the Leydig cells there.